G'day and welcome to another episode of FriBaT, Friday Beers and Tools. This week, got a different one for you. If you can guess what it is, what's that doing here? The old Corona Extra. Thought it was particularly pertinent to do a Corona at the moment, given all of the hype about coronavirus. Couple of bits of information about Corona Extra. In Australia, it's a Mexican beer, or at least a Mexican recipe made under license in Australia. And Corona Extra does not give you any immunity to COVID-19, nor does it give you COVID-19. Apparently, sales of Corona Extra have dropped considerably since the coronavirus started around the world, so I'm here to bust that myth. Need some lemon. Just joking. One of my standard drinking beers. Don't need to tell you much about Corona Extra. Most people have tried it. It's a very refreshing beer. It's really good after mowing the lawn. A little bit of lemon or a bit of lime in it. It's a nice beer. It's a solid 3 out of 5 spanners. This week, we're going to start with a very basic tool called an impact screwdriver. These things are cheap, and if you haven't got one in your toolbox, you need to get one. There's a few different variations. You can get them on eBay and tool stores, etc., of course, but they're a very, very handy and important part of anyone's toolbox. We've all had screws or nuts and bolts that are frozen in place or rusted or whatever else, and an impact screwdriver gives you the ability, gives you half a chance to actually undo them without snapping them. Especially handy on things like carburetors, as you've seen with the Bear project. A number of screws in the carburetor were very, very tight, and had I not used an impact screwdriver, I probably would have snapped them. So what are they? How do they work? This one's a bit of a flash one. It's got a nice guard on it to protect your hand when you hit it with a hammer. They have a 1/4 inch drive on the end, which comes with a mandrel, and very tight, and a number of different sized impact bits. So we've got a long Phillips head, got a long standard, and a number of smaller number 2, number 3, etc. bits. Comes in a little blow mold case, which is quite handy. And the way it works, you put your bit in, that's fairly obvious. You turn it you put it into the screw that you're trying to undo, you turn it in the direction of the screw so till it stops, and then give it a couple of good sharp hits with the hammer. The shock travels down through the bit and helps release the screw or the nut if you're using the 1/4 inch nut driver. Make sure you use impact sockets with it. Very handy tool, very cheap, somewhere between $25 and $45 eBay. They're just a cheap Chinese tool. But if you haven't got one in your kit and you're keen on doing some more projects like working on cars or rebuilding old rusty ATVs, get yourself an impact driver. For a few dollars, it's a cheap tool, have it in your kit. The other ones that you'll see don't have the rubber on them, they're just a steel mandrel up here. I lashed out and went the dearer one this time. I've had the steel mandrel one before, and got the plastic handle with the protection on it. Very good, handy little tool. Second tool for this week is the Milwaukee M12 hammer drill. Keen eyes will already see it has fuel written on it, front and back. It's an M12, so it has the standard M12 battery. It is a hammer drill. I would be a little bit hesitant to use it in a decent hammer drill roll. However, one of the best things about this drill is its compactness. It's only 167 mils from front to back. Of course, you've still got your drill bit on there, and it's relatively light at 1.4 kilos plus battery. It has multiple settings, torque settings around here, and it also has drill, hammer and screw functions here. It is of course reversible with this switch on the side, forward and reverse, and it has a no load speed of 0 to 1700 RPM. It is a 13 mil chuck, so you can actually fit up to fairly decent size 13 mil drill bits. But again, if you're going to be doing bigger stuff and thicker metal, I would be using a proper drill. This is for getting into tight areas. It also has a 2-speed gearbox, 1 and 2, and it does have variable speed control with the button. So although it says a 2-speed gearbox, it has infinitely variable control here on the trigger. Same as all Milwaukee power tools, 5-year warranty, and it has a max torque of 39.6 Newton meters, which is pretty good for a drill. Again, it's not an impact wrench, it's a drill. The bare tool retails for anywhere between, usually you find them on special for about $189 up to about $220 for the bare tool, and it's another excellent addition to my M12 range. Those will have seen previous episode I did a Makita 18 volt LXT grinder review. Most of my bigger tools, my heavier tools, are the LXT 18 volt range, and only in the last couple of years have I started getting these M12 for smaller, more compact access into areas under dash, etc. And it's another excellent tool for, in addition to the other M12 range. Again, buying the bare tool means that all of the batteries and chargers that I've already got straight in. It has the standard Milwaukee rubberized grip, which is very comfortable, and it's really nicely balanced. It also has the light as per normal Milwaukee. It also has a light meter on the side telling you the battery life that is left. Being fuel, it's a brushless motor, so it's got plenty of torque and plenty of power, and it's a really handy addition to your M12 range. What do I rate this tool? Functionality, surprisingly, you can guess, 5 out of 5. Milwaukee M12 range continues to impress me, especially the fuel motors, the brushless motors. Value for money at $189. If you can get one for $189, it's a pretty good price range. $220 is probably a little bit expensive. So for value, I give it a 5 out of 5 beers as well. So that's the Milwaukee M12 FPD-0. I don't think I said that at the beginning. So M12 FPD-0 hammer drill. Very handy. Anyway, that's it for this Friday's Friday Beers and Tools. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please share it around. Please like, share and subscribe the video. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me greatly to build my channel. And I'll see you next week for the next Friday's Beers and Tools. Cheers.